radio program, and I will leave the details to my technical staff, the undersecretary, and the others. That program has to give a learning. The learning should continue regardless of the situation we are in. I would also take this opportunity to appeal to all the teachers, the schoolgirls, the students in both primary and secondary school to take care. They should continue social distancing, and they should abide by all the instructions from the task force and the Ministry of Health. That is the only safest way for everyone to safeguard from this pandemic. It is not only in South Sudan, you are aware, it is everywhere in the world. And the government is doing its best with the mega resources we have to mobilize and inform the citizens to keep social distancing, to have hand washing, and this is the only way that will help the situation. We also take this opportunity to appeal to all our people to be calm and to avoid. There are a lot of rumors in the social media that coronavirus is not real. That is a terrible deceit. It is real, and it is killing. It is not only here; it is all over the world. Therefore, it is imperative for everyone to be mindful of this dangerous disease. I think that is all what I can say to conclude. And before maybe we take questions from you, is we are very serious. We are mindful about the issue of the girls' pregnancies. This is a very, very unfortunate phenomenon. If not nipped at the birth, it will spread everywhere. Thank you very much. We answer one question after another. Yeah. No arrest has been, nobody has so far been arrested. But I was personally in touch with the acting Secretary General in Yambio to constitute an investigation committee which should involve all the authorities there, and those who have pregnated the girls should be immediately arrested. As we have said, we just got the report with the evidence only yesterday, the day before yesterday. You know, it is a process to get somebody arrested when you commit a crime. We are in touch with the authorities there. We are trying our level best to be in touch with the authorities in Eastern Equatoria, because the 19 girls pregnated are all in Western Equatoria, and especially in the town of Yambio, the capital. Also, the 4 girls and 1 married is in Torit, the capital of Eastern Equatoria. We are trying our level best to get in touch with the authorities in Torit, so that they should do likewise, form a committee to investigate, arrest these people, and take them immediately to the court. This is what we are trying our level best to do. And they will not escape it. They will be arrested and they will be taken to court. And this will be a very good example for all the 10 states. It is not only in Western Equatoria and Eastern Equatoria. This situation may be everywhere. But the best thing the two states did was to expose it to the public. See, and we are appealing through your media houses to all the states, to all the schools and the school authorities immediately to report the issues of pregnancies or even sexual harassment to schoolgirls, to the women in general, so that such a situation should be immediately dealt with. You are aware these days of the reports of issues of raping of women and even killing them in Juba. So the situation is really a very serious one and needs immediate attention of the government. Next, I will let the Undersecretary respond. Teachers' welfare is a very, very, very important question. If the teachers are not motivated, then they will not teach properly. Even a farmer, you need to eat before you go and cultivate. We have the issue, which is a general one, that is the new salary structure. And you are aware that the universities in South Sudan, the Republic of South Sudan, are getting a new salary structure. But the rest are not. All the civil servants, the organized forces, the army are not included in this, which is a very, very serious concern. And the government is trying to address this, and it could have been addressed now. But as you are aware, the shutdown includes even the Council of Ministers. You see, even the clusters. We were working at the cluster level, but of the late, things become very seriously. It was even difficult for the cluster to operate. Even here, we have ordered very few task force working here. That is, the office of the minister, the deputy minister, the undersecretary, and director generals. Each one should have 1+1. The rest have gone home according to the directives of task force, the first one of which I presented this ministry. Paid. It is not that we have sacked them. No. They are paid, and this is implemented by all the ministries. So you are also aware that many teachers left the teaching profession. Some have gone to work as security guards, and others have gone for another work in order to meet the ends. And this is what the ministry is doing at its best. The teachers should be motivated. And as soon as the new salary, let us hope that this pandemic will not go for long and things will be relaxed, and the Ministry of the Public Service will present this to the Council of Ministers, and that there will be a new salary structure. On top of this, we will put in our new budget an extra amount to motivate the teachers to come back to they did not abhor the teaching, but they are forced by the condition. So we are very much concerned about the teachers' welfare. The future of learning. You will have the technical details. It is everywhere. Even as you are aware, if you monitor the situation, the civil society is attacking the government for relaxing. There are people who say there should be total shutdown. And it is difficult to predict when this thing will end. But as I've said from the outset, that we are preparing for reopening of the schools. We are hopeful that this coronavirus will come to an end, and the schools will be opened. So that's why you've seen the task force. We have directed them. We have directed task force of the ministry, led by the undersecretary, is to prepare for opening of the schools. So we hope as soon as as soon as the situation improves, the schools will be open. This pandemic become a source of income to the criminals all over the world. If you follow the current affairs all over the world, in the United States, in Britain, in China, everywhere, there are a lot of crimes perpetrated by, sometimes even by the family members. See, there are domestic violence, there are criminals breaking into isolated houses, and many other issues attributed to this. It is true. The earlier marriage is a big problem in South Sudan. It is embedded in the tradition of the different communities or tribes in South Sudan. And in other communities, as it was reported to us, the girls are designated for marriage at the age of 3. Is put a dress or something to show that this girl, this child girl, is already future wife of somebody. See, and as we have said, these are some of the things we wanted to address. These are the communities hard to reach, and would have been practical there if it would not be this epidemic. So during the school time is a bit better. People are afraid the girls go to the school, but now that the schools are closed, it may be the parents, for economic reasons, want the girls to be married. Actually, in many of our communities, you are aware, people discourage learning. People discourage learning very much, and the girls are a big source of income in that matter. So they take this opportunity. As one girl married in Eastern Equatoria, that is arrangement between the family to give thy daughter for marriage. You see, that is not because that was not a raping. It is an agreement between the two parents to get the girl married. Whether she accepts it, whether that is the person she loves, she could even be forced at her will, against her will. You ever heard of what has happened in the lakes? A girl was tortured until she died. She had to be forced to marry. Maybe she resisted, or that fellow is not the person she loved. See, so these circumstances could contribute, and we have to fight this as Minister of Education, as social welfare, and all South Sudanese. See, and especially with the intellectuals, we have to take the lead in fighting these traditions. See, maybe after this we'll have to come up with the laws, though it will be very much resisted, but it has to be forced. And the president is very much concerned about this earlier marriage and the education of girls. You can add?
Yeah, thank you very much. I think these are very good questions that you have posed. Schools were not only giving education, they were providing other services to some of our children. You might know that they were safe places for them. They had to feel saved. The schools, the teachers were also supporting the children. And we believe that with the closure of the schools, these kind of services are not there. They are not benefiting from, especially the girls. So we are urging our colleagues in the states, in the schools, to continue to provide these services. We had a school feeding program that was running, and we are now working with the World Food Program to continue to provide this. We are working on a plan to provide this service to the schools, to the children in their households. Okay, so that is one. Obviously, of course, there is tradition, the conflict between the tradition, the custom, and the law. But as governments, we have to uphold the law. What does the law say? So we have to adhere to the law, because that is the standard practice accepted in a country. So law, for example, says that girls marriage is at the age of 18. So that's what is the law. That's what the law says, and that's why we talk about girl-child marriage. I think your question on the private school teachers is correct. Private school teachers may be missing out during this crisis because the schools are closed. Maybe they are not getting the salaries that they are supposed to get. And obviously, when you work I work before in a private school, and private schools, they have very high salary. I know some of the private schools in Juba pay about 40,000, 60,000 pounds a month. That is 10 times what a teacher in a government school gets. But you have a contract. You have a contract. And the contract says the school must pay you for 1 year, not less than 1 year. So we are looking into their problems. Some of the teachers that are teaching in the distance learning program that we are having today, they are from private schools. So we are engaging with them, and we want to know their welfare. Their welfare is very important to us because the children they are teaching, they are our children. Okay? So we are engaging with them, and we would want to see their condition. If they have a problem, then we'll have to intervene as a government, because the government is responsible for all the citizens in the country. So I thank you very much for coming today. I want to leave the last word to the Honorable Deputy Minister.
Thank you very much for your immediate response. To appeal to my colleagues who signed the peace agreement to abide by it, and we together should try our level best to constitute the governments in the state as soon as possible, because things seem to be going out of hand there, because there are no state governments. And I would also take this opportunity to appeal to the holdouts. The holdouts, as you are aware that these days there's skirmishes in Western Equatoria and Central Equatoria. that they should abide by what we have agreed with them in Rome. I took part in that negotiation in Rome, which they recommitted themselves to cessation of hostilities. And they would have continued with that negotiation, but then things broke down because of the pandemic. And all the citizens should, in the states, or everywhere they are in South Sudan, should remain calm and not take law into thy hands. With that, I would thank you very much, and we look forward for another opportunity for press conference. Thank you very much.